Today we're going to be talking about 3 productivity tips for when you're working from home. And I know most working from home videos are literally at somebody color coding their keyboard at their desk, but what's the point of being productive if you can't go out and enjoy it? So I'm a few miles from my place here in Colorado, so I'm going to give you some tips from working from home, either for your own business or for running your own social media marketing agency. Let's get into it. All right, hey everyone, Derek here with Two Guys Build a Biz, and you are in the right place because besides getting into the swing of things and start putting out more content for you all, we have been stacking up a 7-figure pipeline just in the last few weeks with our SMMA. We did a full post about it, how we did it in our free SMMA group. So grab the link down below if you're interested in checking that out. So anyways, let's jump into it. So if you're working from home, running your business online, you need to be motivated intrinsically, because there's nobody looking over your shoulder saying, hey, what are you doing? Are you getting this done? And you could easily get distracted with Instagram, Facebook, emails, you name it. It's very, very easy to get distracted here in this day and age. So I'm going to break down 3 things that have greatly impacted me running 2 successful businesses from home online. So number 1, setting up your productivity space. So for far too long, I really neglected this. I had my desk, I had my laptop, there's a bunch of clutter and it didn't really matter. I would get up, get to the desk and get to work. And now that I've actually set up my space for productivity, it's been a game changer for my day-to-day operations, because now I'm in a mindset that can tap in, get into a flow state very, very quickly and not have any distraction. So everything that's on my desk right now is intentional. It's set there for a reason. The camera is in its right place. I can just flip it on, jump on a Zoom meeting. The screens are aligned so I don't have to strain my neck 24/7. The chair is set up so it doesn't break my back all day. I was literally sitting on a wood wicker chair. Like, this is how little I thought about this stuff. So setting up your desk, whatever that looks like, is very, very important. So you have your own productivity world that you can just tap into and start being highly productive. Now, my setup is completely different than David's, which will be completely different from yours, but make it unique, make it work for you. Number 2, writing a daily journal and prioritizing tasks. This habit has never let me down. If I'm ever stalling in my business, it's because I'm neglecting this pillar habit in my life. And I don't just journal like in a diary or something like that. I write down 4 key areas in this daily planner every single day, and I'm very intentional about it. I have a section for myself, gratitude, vision, and then daily targets that I need to be hitting. Each and every morning, I start my day getting a cup of coffee, sitting down on my iPad, and writing out these key pillars to start my day. So the self section, this section is all about me, right? This section is designed so I don't lose track of the things that give me more energy, make me happy, and overall improve my well-being, because I think we can get into these productivity loops and it's all about the task and it's all about the goal. But meanwhile, we're not filling up our own tank. And when that happens, you become depleted, you become depressed. And how are you gonna hit your goals if you're not showing up every single day as your best self? So I make sure, even if I don't hit these things, it's a daily reminder, hey, I need to be doing these things. I need to be taking care of myself. And of course, there's times where you're gonna have to double down and neglect some of these things, but keeping them the very first thing on your list is so, so important. So usually my self list revolves around breath work, meditating, reading, exercising, jujitsu, weight training, things that bring vitality into my life, make me feel better, and then allow me to go and tackle some of the things we're going to talk about later on this list. So number 2, gratitude. Now, it's no secret that there's an abundance of negativity out there in the world, and for me to constantly be reminded of the things that I'm grateful for, the things that I do have, the things that are going well, really helps set up my day for success. And if there's any stressors, any negative things that happen throughout the day, I feel like they're minimized, because in context of the things that are actually important, the things that I'm grateful for, like the health and well-being of my family, having a beautiful home, having my beautiful fiance, like these things are important to me. And if something happens where a client is upset or there's a employee issue, it's gonna just be a blip on the radar in comparison if I just woke up, threw myself into those tasks and didn't remind myself of how blessed and lucky I actually am every day. So this is very important. This is the number 2 spot on the list, to just write out 3 things that you're grateful for. It takes 5 seconds and can really set yourself up for success in the day. So number 3, vision. Now in this section, it isn't about targets, tasks, and goals, but overall the macro of the type of person you want to be, the type of person that you want to show up today. I'll write down just a quick 1 or 2 sentences of the character, of the values of that person that I want to embody today. And as you know, if you've joined the SMMA Blueprint or our coaching ascension program, we are big fans of atomic habits. So before you start chasing those individual micro goals, it's extremely important to start crafting the vision and the identity of the person that you want to become, the person that you want to be. And you're much more likely to hit those goals if you actually believe in the identity, in the character, of the values of that person that you want to become. So very, very important for me personally to keep my mind focused on the things that are going to give me vitality, the things that I'm grateful for, and the vision of the person that I want to show up as. So number 4, my targets. Now these are the most important tasks that I need to get done today. These are the things that are going to make and break my day if I get it done or don't get it done. So this can just be a simple checklist. You can either download an app, you can put it directly on this piece of paper or your iPad, just like I do, but it's a list of tasks that are prioritized that need to get done today. Now, we've all probably had those days where you're just like spinning your wheels, refreshing email, answering Slack notifications, text messages, emails, whatever. And at the end of the day, nothing really gets done. Well, having a target list is going to help mitigate that and completely avoid it in most circumstances, because you can get some of these tasks done in like 25 minutes. 1 hour, 45 minutes. And I'm going to show you in the next technique how to actually take these targets and get them done extremely fast. So now you have more time in your day. So number 3, the Pomodoro Technique. Now this has been game changing for me personally because I'm easily distracted. If somebody's got an issue or a problem or emails me or calls me, I can get thrown off my flow state pretty easily. But this technique has actually been game changing for me. It's pretty simple. I just use my watch. So the overall theory of it is you set a 25-minute timer, and before you set that timer, you pick one of those targets that you wrote down and you say, okay, I'm gonna get this done. Boom, hit the timer. You've got 25 minutes to knock that task out. More often than not, you'll find out that that daunting task that you thought was gonna take you half the day, an hour, you actually knock it out in about 15 minutes. It's crazy. Like you can sit there and procrastinate about something for hours throughout the day, or just boom, hit the timer, knock the task out, and move on to the next thing. Now, once the timer rings, you wanna give yourself a break. Typically, the technique rules say 5 minutes. So get up, go get some sunshine, fill up a cup of coffee, get some water, eat a snack, come back, and then if you're still working on that task, hit the timer again, another 25 minutes. If you've already completed that task, move on to the next one. Usually in my targets and goals, I will set a goal of at least 5 Pomodoro techniques throughout the day. 5 for me is actually a lot because most of my day is involved in live calls, meetings, being on with clients, talking to employees. So it's difficult to find those chunks of time throughout my day. So if I can get 5 done, that's a pretty good day, and I can knock out a lot of stuff in those 5 Pomodoro windows, or they call them tomatoes or whatever. If you look up the full technique, I'm probably butchering even how to say Pomodoro, but it's been impactful for me. And another rule that they say is if you do about 25 of these, you should take at least a 15-minute break or a half-hour break just to break things up and not get yourself burnt out. But try this out. I mean, you can use a timer on your phone, you can use a timer on your computer. I use my watch. I've just got a Garmin Solar InReach. I'll just hit 25 minutes, it'll count down, it'll expire, and will remind me to pull myself out of the task, refocus, and then either start again or move on to something else. So if you've made it this far in the video, give us a like and let me know if there's any technique that we mentioned today that you're actually going to use in your day-to-day routine, or maybe add it into your habit. Or if you're already doing all these things, awesome, let me know. I would love to know what other people are using for techniques from working from home, because it's kind of the world we live in nowadays. And even if things are opening up again, that's really where we've been for a while. Before this whole thing started, we were already working remote anyways. So I know most of the time people are at their computers shooting this productivity video in their office with some cool lighting. But like I said in the beginning of the video, what's the point of being productive and getting a bunch done and making more money if you can't enjoy it, if you can't set yourself up for a life you want to live? So wanted to enjoy some of the free time I had here, shoot this video, give you 3 productivity tips to help you work from home or run your social media marketing agency. And again, comment down below if anything resonated with you. I will answer it or I will include it in an upcoming video. So until next time, we will see you in the next video.